I just want to talk to you a second about moving on. Okay, moving on. Moving on is the weirdest thing on planet Earth. Okay, people, they human beings, the indomitable human spirit is maybe something you've heard of, maybe something you haven't, but it's the fact that all humans make it. They figure it out. We don't die, right? We die, like the causes of death, right? Suicide's up there, big time. But you got diseases, you got suicides, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure that suicides are in the top 3. You can just check ChatGPT or check the internet. So, other than the people that kill themselves, which, it's a very large portion of the people who die, but other than that, people don't die. Yeah, they kill themselves, but people fucking survive, right? Humans have the incredible, just outstanding ability to just always make the best of their situation and to mold into the perfect specimen according to what they need to be for their environment. People figure it out, okay? They don't do more than they need to, but they don't do less than they need to. They always do exactly the amount of that they need to do to not thrive, but to just survive. They're just so good at surviving. And this is something that's always, I've always been very value driven, moral compass oriented, I don't crack, I don't break. The things I care about, I fucking care about. But that's like 1 in a million. I'm indifferent to everything in the entire fucking world. I don't give a shit. But if you're like 1 of 5 things, nothing will ever change how I feel about you. Nothing. 0. Okay? 0. And this isn't the truth for a lot of people. People, they don't stand by what they think. They don't. If they fucking hate somebody, that hate, it was the thing, here's a better way to explain it. It was the thing Malcolm X said. He said, whatever you don't hate, you will eventually tolerate. Boom. Fucking money. My boy. That's what I'm talking about right there. Whatever you don't hate, you will eventually tolerate. That is fucking humanity in a nutshell for you. And I'd take that a step even further. People tolerate what they hate all the fucking time, right? You could hate somebody and then, 3 years down the line, you become friends with somebody who's friends with that person and you get gradually reintroduced to them. And then, due to the fact that your body is so fucking good at making the best of the current situation, because that's humans for you, you will become friends with them and, you will gaslight yourself into believing that why you hated them didn't exist in the first place. You will justify every action they've ever made that you didn't like. You will do 1,000 fucking things because you're not self-aware enough to look at the greater picture and set boundaries, right? In that situation, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't have problems like that because I lock myself in the garage and I'm great at boundaries. If I don't like somebody, then cool. Doesn't bother me at all. And I'll never like them unless they become self-aware enough to admit their mistakes. Somebody doesn't admit their mistakes, I'll never be cool with you ever. So I know this is kind of boring. Right? But the world wants you to fucking bend. The world wants you to bend to its will. And that's what I'm trying to say is that everyone has a price. Okay, I'll let myself continue, but it's this whole like everyone has a price thing. Like, yeah, true. I'm not saying anything I said wasn't true. I still agree with it all, but I'm saying it's not that deep, right? It's all about friction. It's the path of least resistance that people take, right? And that And people can't deal with resistance. People can't deal with friction. I thrive in friction. I thrive in it. The anxiety, the pain, the suffering, the eerie, the uncomfortable. This stuff that you are forced to go through reinforces if something is valuable to you or not. You know, if your morals and the things that you do, if they're uncomfortable and they're annoying and they don't get you where you want to be, that is what shows if it actually matters to you or not, how strong that you care about these things. If there's no friction, how do you know if you actually care about it or if it's just easy? You know, I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know how else to explain it. There's just no integrity. Integrity, I fucking love that word. There's just none, bro. Yeah, I'll let myself keep going. Everyone bends eventually. Everyone breaks. Everyone makes the best of their situation because it's what's best for them. I never do that, ever. I love pain. I'm a masochist down to my very fucking core. Not really physically, not really into like cutting myself and shit. That's kind of, I don't know, bro, get a life. But mental and emotional masochism is my fuck. God, that shit gets me fucking going. So this has never really been a problem for me because if standing by my values hurts me in any way, shape, or form, I fucking just sit there and embrace it and just bask in the pain. Because every moment that I give up, every bit of pain that I go through for my values reinforces how strong I am towards my values. And I fucking love that. I fucking love that. And you know, this isn't healthy. This isn't healthy. I'll be the first to admit that this obviously isn't probably the healthiest thing in the world. You know, I say live your best life, right? And if I'm sitting here living my entire life in sadness and in pain and I hate every single day and I often all the time am in excruciating mental agony and I want things to end, you know, that's not good, you know. That's not good. Probably not. But I don't care because this is exactly the way I like it. This is exactly the way I like it. It's not good. It's really not good, you know. And I'm often disgusted at the people who just don't hold anything dear. They just do what's best for them and what makes them happy. I'm sitting there like, you're just gonna forget about that thing that was hurting you and fucking up your head, and you're just gonna go live your life and not think about that anymore? It's like, what are you, fucking alien? It's just weird to me. But I just want to tell you, you know, the world, it doesn't work the way it's supposed to, right? People do bad things, they should get punished. People do good things, they should receive recognition. It's not how it goes. The greatest person in my life, I love you. She, you know, I left her because I needed to go become great. And she made me too happy and way too content. So I was just going to sit there and live my entire life like a happy-go-lucky little fucking boy, just sitting there being with a big-ass smile on my face. I would have loved it every single day for the rest of my life. I would have never accomplished anything great. And I would have had some short kids, which I'm not having. You know, the greatest person in my life, the most pure, beautiful, wonderful, value-driven woman I've ever met in my entire life. I'll never meet anybody like her. She despised some people for doing some gross stuff to her and being gross. And I'm giving you very light descriptions here because, the why doesn't matter. But she didn't like these boys, one of them specifically. And, another boy, two boys that I knew, one of them lived in my house for a while and tried to scam the shit out of my mom, pretending to be me, tried to rob the fuck out of her. Luckily, that didn't go through. And, fuck that guy, by the way. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. John Enlett. John Enlett. Ugh. He saw the blessings of God that were handed down to me. Anything my mom, anything I ever wanted, my mother bought me. That's why I refuse to ask her for anything. I'll never accept her help. I'll never ask for her help. Nothing. Because I don't deserve this. I don't deserve these blessings. I don't deserve them, right? But people. I'd often have people live at my house and live with me in my room, and I use these divine blessings to make sure that they were fed when their parents were fighting, or their parents were homeless, finding a new place, or they were kicked out, or one of them's dad died. And I get these blessings and I don't deserve them. I don't know what to do with them other than to bless other people, people that are less fortunate than me. I just feel bad unless I give them everything I can, because I don't deserve this. I'm a lazy fucking scum. I'm a lazy scum. And they're out here hustling their ass off, trying to make the best out of their shit life that they were given. And, they have no backup plan. And it's like, of course, what the fuck else am I going to do? And I gave one of these places a home, and a good loving situation for a little bit. Tried to scam the shit out of my mom because, he saw my blessings, and I don't know what compelled him to do so, because I'm always so generous all the time, that he tried to scam my mother. And the other one, my best friend, not my best friend, but really, really close friend, top 3 since, met him I knew him since 7th grade, but we got close in freshman year. He introduced me to weed for the first time, and he was the reason I started smoking and kept smoking for years and years and years and years. But yeah, we were tight from the very beginning, and never did a single thing wrong to him. I guess maybe one time I peed off a bridge and a little got on him. That was pretty funny. Usually mad about that, but that wasn't an accident I did on purpose. But still, that was just banter. That was just joy. I felt bad about it. I didn't know I was doing something wrong. Okay, I thought I was just being a fucking goofy little guy. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, bro. But he took me fishing with his dad. And then eventually, he robbed this shit out of me. Devised this whole elaborate plan. Massively elaborate. I can go so into detail about it in another story. It's an entire 20-minute video, easy. But he robbed the shit out of us, and everybody was like, it was him. I was like, are you guys fucking joking? Like, no, like, of course not. Didn't even for 1 second think it was him, just because I knew him for so long, and because what reason would somebody have to do something bad if all they've ever received from you was goodness, kindness, generosity, belief? I've always believed in him. Why would somebody ever hurt somebody that has never done anything but see goodness in them? Even if the world says that you're not, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, these are pure to the core betrayals. Most betrayals, some underlying growing resentment, but we didn't even see each other that often. We were just always tight like that. And it's and pretty much all 3 of these people, right? This yucky boy, this loser who tried to steal from my mother, and my other friend that robbed my father and me. Both of them from me, but mostly they went after my dad's electronic devices in his home. And the man that this woman that I left ended up dating and proceeding to have a child with, is friends with all three of these boys. And now she is living a life, by the way, best woman I've ever met, hands down, most value-driven, generous, beautiful soul you've ever met in your entire life. She never did a single thing wrong to me while I was her priority, right? Never did a single thing. And this boy that she's with and proceeded to have a child with is friends with all three of them. And she's in the same room as these people who she's previously been absolutely disgusted and violated by. And that just brings me to my final point, is that this life doesn't make sense, okay? Timing and precision is your absolute most valuable tool. You would think power and speed and skill and persistence is going to get you everything in life, and diligence and sticking by your values and not folding. What a joke. What a fucking joke. What a fucking goddamn fucking joke. Timing beats speed 100 out of 100 times. Precision beats power 100 out of 100 times. Right place, right time. Right amount of charisma, right amount of talent, right amount of power, right amount of speed. It's always this right amount garbage, dude. This fucking middle line, this balance that everybody talks about, this fucking balance. What the fuck are you saying, bro? Wake up. You give somebody the greatest deal they've ever seen in their entire life, and if they're in the wrong fucking emotional state, they're going to say, what are you talking about? But you get somebody in a problem state. You get somebody, feeling some sort of urgency, and then you give them the shittiest deal they've ever seen, and they take it. It's just ridiculous. I mean, like, I learned how to harness all of this in sales when I did it, and I'm the greatest salesman on planet Earth, hands down, that you've ever seen. I'm fucking different. But I didn't really like using these tactics, and I avoided them as much as possible because it's not something that I ever want to learn, right? It's not. And I just yeah. So, just want to tell you guys, I like the way I am. I like the fact that I would rather sit on the bottom of the ocean floor, struggling to breathe, feeling immense amount of pressure with just darkness and sharks, than to just float along the top of the waves and get pushed and pulled and pushed and pulled and pushed and pulled. I would rather have rocks in my lap, sitting at the bottom of the fucking ocean, making everything as hard as physically possible, as long as those fucking waves don't move me. And it's not, I don't know if it's healthy, I don't know what, but my favorite people are the people like me. So don't do this. Don't be like this. This is counterproductive. This is unintelligent. This is just dumb. It's just fucking dumb. Don't do it. But God, if you do, fucking text me, because these people, dude, if you could even call them that, these are fucking, not NPCs, but I wanted to say like slimes or something. Just things that they're just nothing. They're just nothing solid. You know? If you're somebody who just transforms into whatever's best for your situation, what even are you without anything? Without any situation? You know? that's just a bunch of carbon copies. Everyone I meet is the exact same. Even the people I hear are the most different. You meet them in person and they're just... they're just the most a given situation can handle. You know, and they learn how to play around with that outer edge. And they learn how to dance around that line in a funny or charismatic way. None of these people. It hurts so bad, bro. It hurts so bad. Just a life, everyone just values entertainment and distraction, and it's like, what if, like all of these things, dude, like people from the hood who are just angry and like, you know, just liability, like, what do you call it, volatile people. Like, why can't you just be yourself? Like, what are you without all of the pressure to be something specific? What are you without all of these people expecting you to be your happiest self? Because that's the most exciting one. Like, you know, these people, they could be hurting and they could be putting on a facade, a mask, just to kind of entertain or so on and so forth, which is what I do. I can become you know, an extrovert really quickly if I just that's fucking crazy, dude. No way, bro. You got me fucked up. That's not supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Easily. I can just fucking chameleon this shit. And it's like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I do that with everybody, except a select few that can handle it, you know? And it's not like, oh, Nikeo, you know, you'll never know if people accept you if you don't show them who you are. And it's like, oh my God, okay, Phil Johnson, you're so right. What am I doing? I'm gonna be myself. Oh man, you see that new pool they just came up with over there on Sally Street? Golly jeepers. Man, our mortgage rate's just so fucking low. What the fuck in this entire world is interesting whatsoever except what hasn't already been perfectly cataloged? Human nature. The reason why thoughts come into your brain. How the fuck dreams exist. How the fuck your past shapes who you are. Your thought process. How you get from one thought to another, to the 10th. Just like the most interesting thing in the world is something that is so obvious to me. It's like you guys are gonna, like, today's math class, and today we're doing 2 + 2, and you come up with 4 after putting 2 marbles on the table next to 2 marbles on the table, and you're like, oh, there's 4 marbles, and then the person next to you gets like 27. It's just you want to know why. And I don't know. I'm in pain. I need help. I need real fucking help. But I don't. I like this. This is how I like it. And you know, I've never been somebody who's in the right place at the right time. I've never been somebody who I don't fucking move with the waves. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm sticking to what I'm sticking with. And I'm sorry if you got to me too late, because like I said, speed doesn't beat timing. You could be the perfect woman in every sense of the word. Perfect. Exactly my dream. And because you didn't get to me early enough, you will never surpass how I feel about her. And that's unhealthy. That's unhealthy. That's gross. Your fucking poor wife is not getting a fair experience. You know, that future girl is going to be always undervalued, and, you know, it's going to be fucked up. And you're never going to be able to truly let go and fall in love with her and enjoy yourself. And you know what I have to say to that? You're right. I'm scared. But I just won't do it. I just won't do it. Like, this is just kind of how my brain has worked since I was a kid. And it's like, yeah, that's not an excuse, and it's really not. But I don't want to change it either. You know? It's just, yeah. Sorry, guys, but I like posting on YouTube. I like it a lot. I wish these videos got more views. Because the comments are so cool, bro. Comments are so cool. I've gotten, like, old dudes, like, telling me their life and stuff. And I'm just sitting there just sucking in all this fucking knowledge. I'm sitting there like, wow. Whoa. The things these guys talk about. You know? Things these guys talk about. It's like old war stories are cool and all, you know, but like you hear them once, you heard them 1,000 times. But hearing these people talk about something that matters to them. When somebody's 90 years old, it's pretty easy to see what they get stuck on, you know? When somebody's 30, you can't really tell what they care about. Somebody's 20, you sure as hell can't tell what somebody cares about. And this is given they don't have a spouse and a very well put together life. You get to talk to somebody who's 90. And the things that hurt stick out a lot more. You talk to these people that are 50, and they're sitting there like, imagine how much life has beat somebody down like that. Somebody who's, imagine you're somebody like me who refuses to move with the waves, and you've been down in the deep, down underneath the ocean for 50 fucking years, and you've never met one person who would sit next to you. Makes me want to blow my fucking head off right now just thinking about how goddamn lonely the rest of my life is going to be. Whatever. Sucks to suck, Nikeo. Sucks to suck. You know? Sucks to suck. Okay. Yeah, I need to stop going on, bro. I need to stop talking. Any of you guys out there, you know, this is the way I am. I'm not going to change. Even if I could change, I'm not going to change. And I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. It cultivates intelligence. I love intelligence. It cultivates a lack of emotion. I don't like emotion. I love emotion. Just the emotions I get. It's like 95% disgust and like 5% just pure arrogance. So, you know, those aren't really it's not the greatest combination of emotions, you know. I'd rather feel pride and love, you know, but if you don't get those, you know, emotions get kind of tiring when it's just disgust and arrogance. So, no, we can put those on the back burner, you know. We can put those on the back burner, bro. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Sorry, guys. You're fucking beautiful. No, fucking God. What the fuck am I doing?